تفضل يا أخي.
السلام عليكم. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. We continue with Tafsir As-Si'di, ayah 67, the meaning of which is, and remember when Musa said to his people, verily Allah commands you that you slaughter a cow. They said, do you make fun of us? He said, I take Allah's refuge from being among al-Jahilun.
نعم الجاهلين. نعم بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد فاللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. Read what Imam As-Si'di said regarding ayah 67.
أحسن الله إليكم. Ustadh Abdulaziz As-Si'di rahimahullah says, that is, remember what happened to you with Musa when you killed a man and disputed amongst yourselves concerning the crime. In other words, you argued as to who killed him until the matter nearly got out of hand, and almost, were it not for Allah guiding you, resulted in great turmoil amongst you. Then Musa told you how to find out about the murderer. Slaughter a cow. You should have hastened to obey his orders and should not have objected to them, but you insisted on objecting and said, are you mocking us? The Prophet of Allah said, Allah forbid that I should be so ignorant. The ignorant man is the one who speaks nonsense in which there is no benefit, and he is the one who mocks people.
نعم.
The wise man, on the other hand,
is the one who speaks with يعني that which there is no benefit in. He didn't say nonsense, but he said يعني that which is there is no benefit in. نعم.
أحسن الله إليكم. The wise man, on the other hand, thinks that one of the greatest shameful acts that undermine one's religious commitment and rational thinking is mocking a person who is a human being like him, even if he is superior to him.
Allahu Akbar. It says أما العاقل, as the one who has a functioning brain, considered someone who is not wise, عاقل, just a person who's عاقل. He sees this person, he sees that it is from the biggest flaws regarding the deen, the aql, is that he mocks another human being. Wallahi, I was shocked when I heard that Sheikh Muhammad al-Allama, Muhammad bin Adam al-Ethiopi, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on him, who died recently in the coronavirus, a big alim. He has written al-Baqarah في شرح صحيح مسلم بن الحجاج, the extensive, biggest explanation of Sahih Muslim. He said that the student of knowledge at this day and age is a wali from the awliya of Allah. Allahu Akbar. And because of, what he means is because of the heavy fitna, the unbelievable fitan that we see nowadays, that if you are a student of knowledge, you're like a wali, a righteous person. Allah al-Musta'an. Nowadays, look at this nowadays, ya akhwa. Mockery is everywhere. Mockery is everywhere. The other day we were speaking about this and I was thinking about it. How sometimes even in our da'wah we might slip and say something or get angry at something and cause maybe division. Yet what we should be doing is the opposite. And you see, mockery does that. Even if they accept it, even if it is between friends and so on, by the end of the day, you might think all is good, but you get shocked that in the future it doesn't become good anymore. Or maybe that person shows you that it's not all good. Or maybe at a certain occasion it's not all good. Stay away from it. The joking of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would tell Abdurrahman ibn Sakhr, he would call him Abu Hurayra, the father of the little kitten, because he had the little kitten with him. Very, very neat, unharming, without, doesn't cause any harm, kind of joking. And look at today's age, as I was saying, mockery and that type of stuff is so common nowadays. Some people get offended if we tell them, wallahi, this happened to me. We have reached the point, the day and age, that some people might be offended if you tell them, don't mock. Mockery is haram in Islam. Don't call people names. They get offended. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. And they start replying to you and fighting with you. Wallahi, this is a weird يعني mentality that exists at this time, and we complain to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Naam.
Allah ilaykum. Shaykh Abdul Rahman continues. Even if he is superior to him, that superiority requires him to show gratitude to his Rabb and compassion towards his ibad. When Musa said to them, they realized that he was speaking the truth and said, pray
Naam.
to your Rabb.
طيب, ayah 67, and remember when Musa said to his people, Musa, no need to say Moses, Musa said to his people, verily, what is the ayah in Arabic? نعم, وإذ قال موسى لقومه إن الله يأمركم أن تذبحوا بقرة. And remember when Musa said to his people, verily Allah commands you to slaughter a cow, They said, do you make fun of us? قالوا أتتخذنا هزوا. Do you make fun of us? So he said, I take Allah's refuge, I seek refuge by Allah from being among al-jahilun. It should be al-jahilin as in the ayah, or al-jahilun works, but the ayah is jahilin. And maybe we should pay attention to this. The ignorant or the foolish. طيب. أي واذكروا ما جرى لكم من موسى فادارأتم فيه أي تدافعتم. The ayah doesn't have فادارأتم فيه. وقد قال موسى لقومه إن الله يأمركم أن تذبحوا بقرة. فادارأتم فيه is coming but not now. طيب, then we shouldn't pay attention to it. طيب. أتتخذنا هزوا فإن الله هو الذي يتكلم بالكلام الذي لا فائدة. نعم, فإن الجاهل عفوا استغفر الله هو. طيب, let's see Sahih International and recall, remember when Musa said to his people, verily, or indeed, Allah commands you to slaughter a cow. They said, do you take us in ridicule? Do you make fun of us? Do you take us in ridicule? أتتخذنا هزوا. Do you take us in ridicule? How does this sound? It sounds very close to the Arabic, but I don't think this is how you speak in English, is it? Yeah, نعم. أتتخذنا هزوا. Are you mocking us? Are you mocking us? أتتخذنا هزوا. Are you mocking us? And we can say, do you mock us or do you make fun of us? They're both correct. But I don't think that do you take us in ridicule? I'm not sure that this is. Do you ridicule us? No, do you make fun of us? Do you mock us? طيب, are you mocking us? هل تستهزئ بنا أو هل تتخذنا هزوا? يعني as if always. So I would use do you mock us or do you make fun of us? Do you mock us or do you make fun of us? Are you mocking us? طيب, if you want me to double check if are you mocking us is a valid saying, let's see what Al-Imam Ibn Uthaymeen said regarding this, because أتتخذنا هزوا has this continuity to it. Ayah 67. Imam Ibn Uthaymeen says أتتخذنا هزوا is a masdar, the root word, and meaning the maf'ul. أتتخذنا مهزوءا بنا, يعني do you take us as mockery? And it is also يعني permissible that it is as it says. And أتتخذنا ذوي هزؤ, يعني do you take us as people that are mocked? فحذف المضاف وأقيم المضاف إليه، والهزء السخرية mockery making fun poking، وإنما قالوا ذلك لاستبعادهم أن يكون ذبح البقرة سببا لزوال ما بينهم من المدارأة والتعبير. أتتخذون هزوا أبلغ من أتستهزئ بنا، لأن الأولى تفيد أنهم جعلوا محل استهزاء، بخلاف الثانية فإنما تدل على حصول الاستهزاء ولو مرة واحدة. What did I tell you? الإمام ابن عثيمين said exactly what I said. الحمد لله. يعني do you take us as mockery? Do you mock us? طيب. طيب, can we say do you take us as a mockery? How do you think about that? Do you take us as a mockery? How does that sound? I'm waiting for your answers, barakallahu fikum, so don't ignore my questions. And also, let's look at what Ibn Kathir said. It sounds a bit off. Do you take us as a mockery? Sheikh Ali. No one wants to answer? طيب. Then I will ask Google. Do you make a mockery of us? How to include the meaning of continuity in it? I just said it. طيب. يعني some people say, do you take me as a joke? Do you take us as a mockery? Maybe add this in parentheses. لا. Doesn't make sense, huh? Do you make... طيب. The brothers did not agree. Since they did not agree, we have to change it. Do you take us as a mockery? Is not. طيب, let's look carefully at what Imam bin Uthaymin said, because it makes it a lot easier for us. Because he يعني, gave us that kind of fine difference. He said, to say أتتخذنا هزوا is more rhetorically powerful than saying أتستهزئ بنا. Do you take us as a mockery is more rhetorically powerful than saying, do you mock us? Because the first one indicates that they have become يعني, something to be mocked, a place for mockery. This is the meaning. جُعِلُوا محل استهزاء, that they have become something for mockery, a place for mockery. Do you take us in ridicule? Well, that doesn't sound... I think do you take us as a mockery sounds a lot better than do you take us in ridicule. Where is Ali? Abu Darda, what do you think? Allah al-Musta'an. No one is objects of ridicule. طيب, let's go back to the ayah. And remember when Musa said to his people, verily Allah commands you to slaughter a cow, they said, do you make fun of us? We can keep it as, do you make fun of us or do you mock us? Do you mock us? Wallahi, I don't see how do you take us as mockery. It doesn't sound good. I think it's used.
أحسن الله إليك شيخ. I think do you mock us is probably the most appropriate.
The do you mock us the most appropriate. And this is what Imam Al-Si'di said. He said نعم المزرية بالدين والعقل استهزاءه بمن هو أدري. طيب. Do you take us as a joke? لا خلاص, we're gonna say do you mock us. Then this is the translation that we will go for. طيب. والله يا إخوة, if someone mocks you, you can refer to their behavior or attitude as mockery. طيب. Maybe this is American or something like that, and you're British, because you can say, do you take us as a mockery? طيب, keep it as an option. I will double check. Do you take us in mockery? لا. Do you take us as a mockery? أتتخذنا هزوا? Do you take us? What do you take us for? Isn't that what they say? What do you take us for? So do you take us as a mockery? على كل حال, I will ask it. Take us as a mockery is short for as objects of mockery. Wallah ya akhwa, I see it to be correct. طيب, Ibn Junaid, put it as do you take us as a mockery, because I think the meaning is understood, and anyway this is the meaning. Yani, do you take us as a place for mockery? Do you take us as something to be mocked? This is what is meant. Keep it like that and I will double check. نعم. Go ahead. Ayah 68.
الله إليكم. Ayah 68, the meaning of which is, they said, call upon your Rabb for us, that he may make plain to us
call
what
upon
it
your
is.
Rabb.
No.
Again.
No. أحسن الله إليكم. Ayah 68, the meaning of which is, they said, call upon your Rabb for us, that he may make plain to us what it is. He says, verily it is a cow, neither too old nor too young.
To show us,
But,
نعم, ادعو لنا ربك, to show us what it is, or what you said, يعني, and then parentheses, meaning its age. نعم.
no, أحسن الله إليكم. The ayah continues, the meaning of which, verily it is a cow neither too old nor too young, but between the two conditions, to do what you are commanded.
نعم. Ayah 69.
No, أحسن الله إليكم. Ayah 69, the meaning of which is, they said, call upon your Rabb for us to make plain to us its color. He says, it is a yellow cow, bright in its color, pleasing to the beholders.
All of this is correct. نعم. 70.
No, أحسن الله إليكم. The meaning of which, they said, call upon your Rabb for us to make plain to us what it is. Verily, to us all cows are alike, and surely, if Allah wills, we will be guided.
لا, the last one needs work. طيب, let's go for all of them. Allah المستعان until ayah 70, and then we will keep 71 for next class. Inshallah Azza wa Jal. طيب, I see that a lot of the brothers right now are saying, do you take us as a mockery is valid, and it is correct. Maybe it's an American expression, maybe, because my accent and how I heard and how I learned English and so on is all US, basically. So maybe it doesn't make that much sense in British. Umar is a native. Umar. my dear brother Umar, if he's listening,
Hey, what's up? What's up?
can we say,
Assalamu alaikum.
wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In English, can't I say, do you take us as a mockery?
Yeah. Say it again. Do you take?
Do you take
Do you
us as
take
a
me?
do you take
Do you
us as
take
a
us as a
mockery?
mockery?
Mhm.
I think it would be, do you take us as a fool? But as a mockery would be more like a little bit more fancier way of saying it.
But it's
Like,
correct
are
anyway,
you trying to mock me? Yes.
because we're going to put it in the translation of the Quran. So we want, يعني, also not to sound, يعني, we want to sound as well, يعني, befitting as well. That's why we said mockery.
I think it could be. I think it could be placed in.
It's no problem, يعني, it doesn't. It's not off in English. It's used, right?
Yeah, it is used, but not often. But it is used.
No problem. It's used. Then there's no problem with it, because that's what I thought. طيب. So number, where was it? Number 67. Did you make the changes and post it? 68. They said, call upon your Rabb, not Lord. قالوا ادع لنا ربك. Call upon your Rabb. ادع لنا ربك, to make clear to us what it is. And we said, which translation do you have, أخي? طيب, أخي Ibn Munir, he said something else. طيب, let's see. Taqi ad-Din al-Hilali is good. For me, is good. They said, call upon your Rabb for us, that he may make plain. This is it. نعم. Call upon your Rabb, Lord, for us. ادع لنا ربك, that he may make plain to us what it is. And Sahih International says, call upon your Rabb to make clear to us. Yeah, this sounds better. To make clear to us what it is. Naam, we're going to take this one. Call upon your Rabb to make clear to us what it is. And then in parentheses, meaning its age. Parentheses, Imam As-Si'di said. He said, قال إنه يقول, he says, if you want to distinguish them, that this is Musa and this is Allah, it's up to you. Verily, it is a cow neither too old nor too young. It is a cow which is neither old nor a virgin. La, we're gonna stick with the Taqi ad-Din al-Hilali, and this is exactly what the Imam As-Si'di said. Not too old, not too young. طيب. It is a cow neither too old nor too young. And actually, Al-Imam As-Si'di just said old or young. بقرة لا فارض لا فارض ولا بكر عوان بين ذلك. طيب, we can keep it like this. طيب, but it is between the two conditions. طيب, but median between that. No, I think, but it is between the two conditions is better. طيب, we're gonna do that. طيب, this is how we will have the translation. طيب, ayah 69. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها. They said, call upon your Lord for us to make plain to us. لا. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا. نعم, the Shaykh is يعني sticking to each word. Call upon your Lord to show us what is her color. Now I get it. Now I get why the Shaykh has repeated us twice, because it's in the ayah. طيب, let's go back to ayah 68. Call upon your Lord for us that he may make plain to us what it is. ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي. Call upon your Rabb, Lord, for us that he may make plain to us. ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا. We can say, call upon your Rabb to make clear to us. Yani we can say, call upon your Rabb to us to make clear to us. Call upon your Rabb for us that he may make plain to us. I'm in between omitting the two us's, because this is redundant in the English language. Well, it sounds better. طيب, we're gonna remove it. طيب, ayah 69, they said, call upon your Rabb to show us what is her color. قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما لونها. لا, to make clear to us, not to show us, to make clear to us, its color. To make clear to us its color. قال إنه يقول, he says, also if you want to make يعني, this is Musa and this is طيب. It is a yellow cow. يقول إنها بقرة صفراء فاقع لونها, bright in color, pleasing to the beholders. Pleasing to the beholders. Now, this is good. And then ayah 70, they said قالوا ادع لنا ربك يبين لنا ما هي إن البقرة تشابه علينا. They said, call upon your Rabb to make it clear to us what it is. Indeed, or verily, عفوا, إن البقرة تشابه علينا. Verily, cows look alike to us. وإنا إن شاء الله لمهتدون. And surely, if Allah wills, we will be guided. This is the translation, insha'Allah azza wa jal. طيب, you got all of that? So we can read it. We read it and then we move on to the book of Tawheed. Wait, we're going to read all of them, inshallah, Azza wa Jal, and tell me how do they sound. And remember when Musa said to his people, verily Allah commands you to slaughter a cow. They said, do you take us as a mockery? He said, I seek refuge by Allah from being among al-jahilin, the ignorant or the foolish. They said, call upon your Rabb, Lord, to make clear to us what it is, i.e. its age. He says, verily it is a cow, neither too old nor too young, but it is between the two conditions. So do what you are commanded. They said, call upon your Rabb to make clear to us its color. He says, it is a yellow cow, bright in its color, pleasing to the beholders. They said, call upon your Rabb, Lord, to make clear to us what it is. Verily to us all cows are alike, and surely if Allah wills, we will be guided. One of the brothers says 68, was it not to make it clear to us what it is? Yes, this is what is written there as well. Fine. How did that sound? For me, that sounded excellent. What do you think?
I think you sounded good.
One of the brothers said that maybe we can take the from mockery, because mockery is uncountable. So we can, do you take us as mockery? Naam, it's nice and easy, and this is the point that Imam Sa'di is. طيب, shall we take the then? Do you take us as mockery? But I think this is a way of speaking. Do you take me as a so-and-so? Do you take us as a... Anyway,
I don't think you would take it as a, because then you'd have to, the sentence wouldn't sound right.
it wouldn't
Which then you would add you would add, do you take me as foolish? Which,
And
you know, would mean
that would
various
sound
things.
like Old English. Do you take me as mockery? Right?
Yes.
Nah, man, we
Yes.
don't want that. We say, do you take me as a mockery? طيب. Omitted, where did it omit? 68, they said, call upon your Rabb to make clear to us what it is, i.e. its age. He says, verily it is a cow, neither too old nor too young. I don't see where, what is wrong with that? It. Make clear to us what it is. The word it. The brother sees something. I don't see it. They said, call upon your Rabb to make clear to us what it is, i.e. its age. He says, verily it is a cow, neither too old nor too young. It's correct. Mockery is not a verb, it's a noun. I don't understand what he's saying. Maybe you can explain it to me after the lesson or so on. Let's move on to the book of Tawheed, as I really don't understand. I don't understand what the brothers are talking about. Yes, you're seeking knowledge, not making tilawa. What's going on? Anyway, I'm totally lost. He says, to it make clear to us. La la la. Like you have it is good. Like to make it clear to us. As you have it. I still don't understand. But anyway, let's move on to the book of Tawheed. You can talk to me later.